history. At least they saw their side win. The decisive moments 10 minutes before half-time. Tony Cottee initially frustrated by Dave Beasant, but not for long. 1-0 to Everton, and after the break they were twice to hit the woodwork as well. Nobody went closer than Tony Cottee again in injury time. He deserved better. Verdict at the end, good win, said Howard Kendall, but an hour later his time at Goodison was up. Was soon to be on the way. Leeds hadn't lost in 12 Premiership matches, but not the happiest of back passes from Chris Fairclough, and Griffiths, recently of Shrewsbury, wasn't put off even by that difficult angle. City had gone 8 games without a win before today. A point would have been mightily welcome, but Leeds, as so often in their Championship season 2 years ago, found a late winner. Brian Dean's header decisive, 3 points for Leeds, not the result either part of Manchester wanted. Coventry and Mickey Quinn had wrecked Arsenal's start to the season at Highbury, a repeat today as well, and for the tightest defence in the Premiership, a bit of a nightmare, as Quinn produced the only goal of the game. Surprisingly, only his 3rd goal since his first day hat-trick. Only David Seaman prevented an even more miserable afternoon for George Graham. Newcastle's 2nd visit to North London in successive weeks, today's was the more successful thanks to Peter Beardsley, who gave them a second-half lead. The best of Beardsley, though, still to come. True, Spurs getting a penalty soon afterwards. Darren Anderton brought down by Steve Watson. And Nick Barmby leaving Mike Hooper standing. Spurs might have won it too, but in the very last minute, Beardsley it was showing just why he'll surely be one of the players of the season. There was certainly only one man of the match today.
Cracking goal that was.
His absentees. Wilson with the free kick. Straight to Villa. We'll give it straight back to Ray Wilkins. Now David Bardsley. Supporting down the right. A little flick on, and then another one, and that's an own goal. Paul McGrath's own goal with just 6 minutes gone. Rangers share the celebrations, and maybe McGrath was caught out by the little flick on and knocked it wide of Bosnich. Good strong header forward by McGrath, almost inside the defender. Stejskal will have to hurry, and opts for touch. Villa with the throw. This is Richardson. Back from Houghton. Now Gary Parker. Looking to get it into the box. And hooked out by MacDonald to Richardson. Oh, it's a great strike by the Villa captain. And Aston Villa have taken just 20 minutes to get the scoreline back on level terms, and Paul McGrath will be happier than anyone to see that. And maybe there, just a hint of a deflection. Oh, good turn by MP. Plenty in support. Inevitably, Wilkins to orchestrate things. This is Bardsley again on the right. Trying to go wide of Gary Parker. Cross cut out, that'll be a corner. He does like to get up that right side, David Bardsley. And there's no Ferdinand to look for. But a flick on at the near post, and the piling the body's in, and it's over the line. Keith Hackett has given the goal, and it's Gary Penrice who takes the congratulations. But any one of 3 Rangers players might have got that. The corner flicked on at the near post by Carl Reddy. Alan MacDonald goes in. So too does Bradley Allen. McGrath, who won the defensive header, nicely laid back by Dean Saunders, who's now made a break, and Houghton's find him. Saunders on Stejskal, and the Czech international is saved with his feet. Houghton. Rangers outnumber him, and it's Mika who brings it away and is held by the Villa player, but that's a great stop by Stejskal. David Bardsley underneath it. Oh, good jump, Richardson, and a fine touch by Atkinson. Now Parker, Daly available on the left if he needs him. Oh, he doesn't! Gary Parker! It's 2-2. Great start to the second half by Aston Villa. Back on level terms within 3 minutes.
I mean, we had, I would guess, some.
After their early season problems, Sheffield Wednesday's form is returning and Liverpool's defending helped them today. Neil Ruddock's afternoon spoilt early on. Briefly though, Liverpool found a revival. No Ian Rush today, but Robbie Fowler is an Anfield hero in the Rush mould. It was Fowler's 12th goal in just 13 games. But come the second half, Chris Waddle given the freedom of Hillsborough and time for Mark Wright to spoil his own afternoon. 2-1 to Wednesday. It's always pleasing to beat Liverpool, said Trevor Francis afterwards. We made things easy by our defending, said Graham Souness. And Mark Bright, with Wednesday's third, would probably have agreed. Anyone who'd seen West Ham's opening day of the season defeat by Wimbledon would barely have recognised today's Hammers. What a difference Lee Chapman's made. It was 1-0 to West Ham at half-time. And 10 minutes from full-time, West Ham's second. Route 1 to Lee Chapman again, and didn't he take his time? Late on, Wimbledon, without John Fashanu today, scrambled one back, scrambled the word for it, Dean Holdsworth the scorer, but West Ham had won away for the second time in a week. No goals and little sign of them really at the county ground. Swindon and Keith Scott went as close as anybody, but Alan Kelly was on quite excellent form today. A similar story with no goals at Portman Road, Ipswich. Oldham in red managed the better chances here. Sean McCarthy, on his debut from Bradford City, denied a dream start by Craig Forrest.
Now the table, and Manchester United's lead is back to a mere 12 points tonight. Leeds are second after extending their unbeaten run to 13 games. Newcastle are now third.